الخلائق أجمعين خالق السماوات والأرضين ثم الصلاة والسلام على عبده ورسوله وحبيبه وصفيه أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين الذي سمي بالقرآن بطه وياسين والمزمل والمدثر أبي القاسم محمد صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المظلومين المنتجبين لا سيما بقية الله في الأرضين روحي وأرواح العالمين ولتراب مقدمه الفداء ولعنة الدائم الأبدية على أعدائهم أجمعين من الآن إلى قيام يوم الدين. أما بعد، فقد قال الله تبارك وتعالى في كتاب الحكيم القرآن المجيد وهو أصدق القائلين وقوله الحق. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيتها النفس المطمئنة ارجعي إلى ربك راضية مرضية فادخلي في عبادي وادخلي جنتي. السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله وعلى الأرواح التي حلت بفنائك. عليك مني سلام الله أبدا ما بقيت وبقي الليل والنهار، ولا جعله الله آخر العهد مني لزيارتكم. السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين. Indeed, Today is the most challenging time for Ahlul Bayt, for Imam Hussain and for his companions. Today, the day of Ashura, the day of Allah. Day of Ashura is day of Allah. Ashura is min sha'ir Allah. On this day, and because of this day, the efforts of 124,000 prophets, and especially the message which was revealed on the leader of all the prophets and apostles, were being saved. Islam was being saved by giving and sacrificing Imam Hussein's life, by giving the blood of Imam Hussein to Islam. Till today, Islam is still alive and is growing in a manner that the enemy is afraid that a day will come, and inshallah that day will come, that the flag of Hazrat Abbas from the hands of Imam al-Asr will be in every corner of this planet, because he is the Sahibul Liwa. Imam al-Asr, Imam al-Zaman is the flag bearer of Imam Hussain. That flag has not fallen down. The flag of Hazrat Abbas, has not fallen down in Karbala. It has been taken from Hazrat Abbas. It has came into the hands of Imam Sajjad. If I say that it came to the hands of Hazrat Zainab, I don't think it was wrong. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Yes, there were being flag barriers in Karbala. That flag never came down. Yes, even when the heads were on these spears, that was the alam of Abbas. The flag was being taken from one city to another. Allahu Akbar. They thought, those tyrant thoughts, that we have crushed Hussain, and so now the story of Islam has been wrapped up. But they have mistaken. They made a blunder in that battlefield by slaughtering Imam Hussain and his companion and his progeny. Yes, but Imam Hussain gave that sacrifice which was being required by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to save this Islam. For this Islam, Holy Prophet have thousands and hundreds of thousands of hadiths in praising of Imam Ali alayhi salam, Imam Hassan alayhi salam. He praised Hazrat Fatima in several hundreds and thousands of hadiths. But there is a unique hadith. There is a unique hadith for Imam Hussain alayhi salam. And what is that? What is that? And why is that? Holy Prophet said, Innal Hussain misbahul hidayah wa safinatun najah. Allahu Akbar. Hussain is misbahul hidayah. He is the lamp and light of guidance. Misbahul hidayah wa safinatun najah. And he is the ship of survivors. Man rakibaha faqat naja. Whosoever ride on that ship and boarded on that ship will be prosper. وَمَنْ تَرَكَهَا فَقَدْ halak. And who will not get this opportunity to ride on that ship and accompanied Imam Hussain, that person who leaves Hussain will leave Allah. They will leave success and prosperity. A person cannot be successful and prosper in this worldly life and hereafter without being associated himself and herself with Imam Hussain alayhi salam. Imam Hussain, who has been zove into Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he has perished himself in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He has hidden himself into Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That Imam Hussein's words were the words of Allah. Imam Hussein's action was according to the tenets of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allahu Akbar. His entire life was to seek the pleasure of Allah and to fulfill his obligations and responsibilities towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that's why he said, O Allah, the one who has not able to get your pleasure, what he has got in this world. And the one who is able to seek your pleasure and acquire your pleasure, what he has lost. So in the eyes and views of Imam Hussain, whosoever has the pleasure of Allah in his life, that person is prosper. That person is Hussaini. Yes, we all love to be called as Hussaini. Even if our life is in danger and somebody asks, are you Hussaini? Yes, we will say we are Hussaini. because we love Hussain. We like to live like Hussain, and we like to die like Hussain. We are not afraid of any tyrant people. All the atrocities going in the world is nothing for the companions of Imam Hussain alayhi salam. There is nothing for them. It's been said, the companions, how many companions there were been? 72 companions. You must have not heard about this thing, that when they reach in Karbala on 2nd of Muharram, they were not 72 people. They were around 42 people, less than 42 people. Some companions like Habib ibn Mazahir joined later, and some other people. But there was a group of 30 men, even till the night of Ashura, there were less people, around 40 people. But a group of Muslim people, they came to Karbala. They came to Karbala to help Imam Hussain alayhi salam. Mistakenly, they went towards the army of Amr ibn Sa'd. They saw that they are sitting around themselves, laughing, making fun, enjoying their life. And then they visited Imam Hussein's camp. They saw there were being people. There were being companions who are offering prayers, reciting Quran, making supplications. So decided to join Imam Hussain, and then the army of Imam Hussain became 72. Allahu Akbar. One side there was 72, and on the other side, at least the least number which has been mentioned in books was 30,000 men. Allahu Akbar. Is there any comparison in 72 people and 30,000 men? And the most number which has mentioned is 120,000 men were against only 72 people. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Yes, from any aspect there was no comparison. As per quantity, the number of army men of Yazid were much, much more. But if you see the quality of men, the quality of Islam, the quality of Iman, there is no comparison with these 72 companions of Imam Hussain and Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam with those tyrant people. Although they were being reciters of Quran, memorizers of Quran, were in the army of Yazid and Amr ibn Sa'd. But there is no comparison, because they have lost their direction. They have lost their Imam. They have chosen with their own will a wrongful Imam. Imam al-Zalim, that was Yazid. They have chosen a bad leader for themselves. I mentioned in previous nights that it is very much important to find a great leader, a divine leader who can take us and guide us towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His pleasure. And that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala appointed 12 divine and infallible leaders for us to guide the mankind, not only Muslims, but to the entire mankind till the day of judgment. The message, the guidance is all spread around the era till the day of judgment. Allahu Akbar. Yes, my dear. Today is the day of Gham. We need to understand the importance of the day. What the message Imam has given to us. What message? just tabarrukan, just to get just one ayah in the continuation of our discussion, I will recite. Kindly recite Salawat Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. In the same surah which we mentioned, that is Surah Furqan, we see the ayat, the qualities which we should possess to get the excellence. And Karbala is the height of excellence. The height of excellence of different dimensions of human being. If somebody would like to see in a nutshell that how a perfect man should be, they can see companions of the holy, companions of Imam Hussain alayhi salam in Karbala. If you'd like to see the excellence of mankind, the perfection is in Imam Hussain alayhi salam himself. If you'd like to see the rise of excellence of mankind, it can be shown very explicitly in the life of companions of Imam Hussain alayhi salam. What it says, this ayah in verse number 71, verse number 72, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَالَّذِينَ لَا يَشْهَدُونَ الزُّورَ وَإِذَا مَرُّوا بِاللَّغْوِ مَرُّوا كِرَامًا. These people, if we want to reach to the heights of excellence, then we should follow this verse as well. And they who do not bear witness to what is false, what is wrong, what is tyrant. Zur in Arabic is for tyrant, for falsehood, for wrongful act. That we should not bear something which is going around as a zur, as a false thing, a wrongful thing, a tyrant in this world. We should not be ignorant. Now in our time as well, at that time as well, at the time of the Imam Hussain, they wanted to put a crack in the teachings and the fundamentals of Islam. They changed the culture, they changed the teachings and interpretations of Quranic verses in the time of Muawiyah and then Yazid. They attacked education, ilm, which was from Quran. They attacked culture, which includes our family system. They possessed what? The finances of Islam. Allahu Akbar. An Imam, when he raised from Medina and left Medina, what he said, I would like to bring back Islam in his original shape, in his original face. Allahu Akbar. Imam Ali also said the same thing when he took the Khilafah and leadership in his hands. Imam Ali said on that time that I do not want to take this leadership. I was reluctant to take the leadership in that situation, but I only take responsibility because Allah has given me this responsibility to correct the false thing, to make it correct. All those wrong things which has been included into Islam, I should bring it back, take it out. And that's what Imam Hussain said when he left Medina. The lesson we should learn from Imam Hussein's uprise this day should able to shake us from inside, our souls, our minds. That the personality like Imam Hussain had to sacrifice his own life, his children, his progeny, his best companions, which no one can have amongst the imams. Allahu Akbar. And we just pass by just like that by performing few rituals. That's it. This is our responsibility. No, my dear. The highest level of irfan was there. Highest level of irfan, fana fillah, can be seen in the fields and plains of Karbala, in the camps of Imam Hussain alayhi salam. The highest level of irfan can be seen in that. Imam Hussain alayhi salam has given and set an example for his followers, for his believers, for his lovers, that not to bow down in front of tyrants and stood stand. كَأَنَّهُمْ بُنْيَانٌ مَرْصُوصٌ. Be strong and firm in your faith, even if you have to tender your lives and the lives of your children and your wealth, whatsoever you have. If you have to tender and sacrifice, you have to, but be firm. كَأَنَّهُمْ بُنْيَانٌ مَرْصُوصٌ. Those who have faith in Allah, faith in the Holy Prophet, faith in Quran, faith in Ahlul Bayt, they are not afraid of any so-called consequences. They are not afraid because they are Hussaini. They are Hussaini. Nothing can stop. Nothing can stop a Hussaini. We are not talking about adults. We are talking about children. Because we have example. We have example from a 6-month child till a elderly person like Habib ibn Mazahir, who was more than 70 years. And in books it's been written he was 82 years. Allahu Akbar. So examples for all men, for all women, for children, for youngsters of all ages. The youngsters who sacrifice from 6 years, 9, 10 years, 13 years, 17 years. There were youngsters in 20s, 27 years, in 30s, in 40s, in 50s. There were people of different ages. So we cannot bring excuses for ourselves that we cannot do this, we cannot do that. It's difficult. We will be in problem. Our problems are more than the problem of Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. We need to think and ponder, my dear. When you go back, just reflect these 10, 11 nights discussion which we had. That what are our responsibilities as a faithful lovers and followers of Ahlul Bayt in Quran. Imam Hussain gave an example of a teacher or guide. On the day of Ashura, Imam gave several sermons to the army. Before the battle started, Imam said, wait, let me give you an advice. Then he delivered his sermon. Then he mentioned that, oh, you people, you invited me. Letters were being given. Amr ibn Sa'd said, I did not invite you, Imam. I did not invite you. He said, okay, you did not invite me. Then he asked his companions to bring the bags of letters sent by the people to invite him. Allahu Akbar. And he took the name of different leaders of different clans and tribes, that what you have invited, and now you have been afraid of Yazid and Ibn Ziyad. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. commitment firm. A person should be firm to a commitment. And see that how Imam alayhi salam gave the sermon advice, they did not accept it. While Imam was giving sermon, it was towards the end, almost a person threw an arrow towards the camp of Imam Hussain alayhi salam. So they started the first arrow, the battle. And then Imam sent one by one his companions. Allahu Akbar. Imam alayhi salam on that day, he was alone with only a bunch of his companions. There was no one like that from big army, but Imam gave strength to his companions. On that day in the field of Karbala, you can see clearly the brave faces of companions of Imam Hussain, the brave faces of children of Imam Hussain alayhi salam, although they were thirsty. They were all tired. They were thirsty, and they could not able to, maybe if we were in that situation, we could hardly bear to stand over there. And that scorching hot sun, it was difficult. Allahu Akbar. Imam gave the example of strength, that we should stand strongly against tyrants. We should sacrifice whatever we have in our possession. Imam gave an example that we should give advices and nasiha to the people who are even against us. Imam fulfilled his responsibility as an imam, because he is not the imam only for those companions. Imam is imam for the entire world. So it was the responsibility of Imam alayhi salam even to guide those who has gone astray and on the wrong path. And in the army of Yazid, so Imam, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. And the battle started. And one by one, companions started to give their lives. Hur ibn Riyahi was the first one to give his life and the life of his son and his slaves. Allahu Akbar. Habib ibn Mazahir, Zuhair ibn Qain, Muslim ibn Awsaja was the memorizer of Quran, was the teacher of Quran. A people came in front of him. There were a couple of guys over there from the army of Yazid. He came in front of them. One of them said, remember that Muslim ibn Awsaja was our teacher of Quran? Allahu Akbar. They have no mercy. They had no heart. Allahu Akbar. Although they said that he was their teacher of Quran, but they show no mercy. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. The together kill Muslim ibn Awsaja, Burair ibn Khuzair, John. Allahu Akbar. Companions, they laid their lives on the field. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. I don't know what was going on in Medina at that time. I don't know. There were being few people behind in Medina. who must be curious that what's going on now. In Karbala, there was been a daughter behind Imam Hussain. There was been Ibn Abbas, companion of Prophet. There was been mother of the faithfuls. Allahu Akbar, Hazrat Salama. Allahu Akbar. They must have not known that what's going on in battle at the time of Zuhur. I will say to mother of the faithfuls, I will say to Salama, just wait for another few hours and you will see what's going on in Karbala. You will come to know. I will say, wait Ibn Abbas, wait for a few more hours and you will be come to know that what's going on in Karbala. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. A lady behind the curtains who used to come every time when Imam used to bring back the body of a Shaheed, and used to say, ask his brother, my brother Hussain, who has given his life, who has been killed. Allahu Akbar. Hazrat Zainab was counting the companions that now we have lost Habib, we have lost Hor, we have lost Burair, we have lost Zuhair. One by one, the counting was increasing and the number of companions were decreasing. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. But you know that Zainab have that level of comfort that whatsoever companions are going ahead giving their lives, but my brother Abbas is still with me. She was depending on Hazrat Abbas because Imam Ali has said so on that day. You know, when Imam Ali was on his deathbed, he asked to Hazrat Zainab to come closer. Allahu Akbar. When she came closer to Imam Ali first kissed on her neck. Allahu Akbar. On her neck. Then he kissed on her arms. On her arms. Allahu Akbar. She asked, my father, why you are giving a kiss on my neck, near my throat? Allahu Akbar. Why you are kissing my arms? Allahu Akbar. He said, oh my beloved daughter, there will be a day when rope will be around your neck and on your arms. And that Zainab was a little girl at that time, not a young lady. Allahu Akbar. She was taken by surprise. Allahu Akbar. I have brothers like Hassan. I have a brother like Hussain. I have a brother like Abbas. Would that day will come? Imam Ali said, yes. On that day, there will be no one, nor Imam Hassan, neither Imam Hussain, and there will be not Abbas. Allahu Akbar. But in Karbala, Hazrat Zainab was depending on Abbas and was very curious that is it that day that my father has promised that day will come? Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. One by one, everyone gave their life, but still there was a hope. There was a ray of hope in the hearts of children who was crying, Allah touch, Allah touch, Allah touch. Ay pyas, ay pyas, ay pyas. Oh, we are thirsty. June ma sukhte, man aab nadari, maam nadari. Allahu Akbar. Bidun aab بچه ها بیتابی میکردن، بچه ها بیتابی میکردن. الله اکبر، الله اکبر. وقتی که امام عباس را فرستاد، وقتی که امام عباس را فرستاد آب بیاره، یه امیدی به برای بچه ها و خانم ها اللہ دست اومد. جب عباس کو بھیجا تو ایک امید پیدا ہو گئی، ایک امید پیدا ہو گئی. There was a hope when Imam sent Hazrat Abbas to Furat to fetch water. But yes, Abbas was bitten. His hands were been chopped off. Allahu Akbar. His entire body was been pierced with arrows, and all the body it was arrows. Ali Asghar was been buried by Imam. Now no one left in Karbala. Hal min nasir, hal min nasir yansurana. Imam called this thing for help twice in Karbala. It's been mentioned some books. Imam, after the martyrdom of Hazrat Ali Asghar, again he stood on the Tile Zainabiyah, on that little raised mount where the Tile Zainabiyah near the where the rose of Imam Hussain is right now. Allahu Akbar. He stood on a raised place and say, Hal min nasir yansurana, Hal min mughithin yaghithuna, Hal min dhabin an haram Rasulullah. है कोई जो हमारी मदद के लिए आए, है कोई जो अहले बैत की नुसरत के लिए आए, है कोई जो सवाब की उम्मीद से आए, हमारी मदद करे, इन नबी ज़ादियों की हिफाजत करे. अल्लाहु अकबर, अल्लाहु अकबर. امام ने دعا استغاثه را داد و گفت کسی هست که بیاد به خاطر ثواب گرفتن، بیاد از دخترهای نبی حفاظت کند. الله اکبر. از بچه های خانواده نبوت و رسالت حفاظت کند. هیچ کس نیامد. Nobody came forward. Imam in the end, but when nobody came forward, Imam in his last advice to those people, Allahu Akbar, Imam said, you know what he said? Imam said, can you find anyone, a grandson of your prophet in this entire universe other than me? Is there anyone? آیا Allahu Akbar. کسی از نوه رسول اکرم باشد غیر از من؟ Allahu Akbar. Is there anyone grandson of holy prophet other than me? Replied came, no, there is no other grandson of the prophet. Imam said, then why you want to spill the blood of the only grandson of the prophet? Allahu Akbar. Imam said, on the day of judgment, how you will be able to face my grandfather, how you will face my father Ali, how you will show your face to my mother Zahra, how you can be able to face. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. When nobody listened to Imam, Imam came back. Imam came into the camps in his tents. to say the favorable two ladies and children. Allahu Akbar. Imam said, Imam came into the camp and asked Zainab, Kulsum, please bring my those old clothes which has been stitched by hands from my mother. Allahu Akbar, I would like to wear those clothes. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Imam got ready. Imam got ready to go into battlefield. You can imagine what have happened because there was no one. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. I would like you to go and visualize this thing. Visualize this thing. Just think about yourself. Think about yourself. If you've been with your family, with your wife, with your daughters, with your little kids, and you have been struck in the middle of the desert, and you have been surrounded by the people. You knew that after killing you, they will loot everything what they will have hand on that. What will be your thoughts? What's going on with your hearts? Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. When you can have that feeling for your own children, and they were the children of Hussain alayhi salam, they were the ladies of Ahlul Bayt, the pious people, the pious and devoted ladies of Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Yes, maybe Hussain was afraid that after him the veils of ladies will be snatched. Allahu Akbar. मुमकिन है as Imam Hussain तो फिक्रशन बाशद के वक्त के उशन नीस्त इन दुनिया ची मिगज़रे तो इन अहले बैत मुमकिन है चादराय सर खानमा बगीरार मुमकिन है ताज़ियान बेज़नार. अल्लाहु अकबर, अल्लाहु अकबर, अल्लाहु अकबर. इमाम हुसैन के शायद ये भी ख्याल में आया होगा कि मुमकिन है मेरे जाने के बाद हर चीज उनकी हाथ में आएगा लूट खसोट करेंगे, अरे बीबियों की बेहुरमती करेंगे, ताज़ियाने मारेंगे. अल्लाहु अकबर. Over here I would like to make just one point to my dear sisters sitting over here. Respect when you cry for the veils which were being snatched by the tyrant people. You cry for the chadar of Hazrat Zainab and Ruqayya and Kulsum. Allahu Akbar. Don't you think that you should be observing hijab properly? We say we love Zainab, we love Fatima, we love Sakina, we love Kulsum, we love Rabab and Ruqayya, we love those pious ladies. Allahu Akbar. But we don't care about our own hijab. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Be careful. If you would like to be the followers of Hazrat Zainab, take good care of your hijab. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Imam came into the tent and said, bring things. I would like to go to the battlefield because there is no one left. I am alone. Allahu Akbar. As the historian says, I saw the curtain going up and coming down. Curtain of the camp is going up and coming down. Later it came to my knowledge that whenever Imam wanted to step out of the tent, somebody used to come and grab his clothes and abba and said, oh my brother, you are leaving us alone. Allahu Akbar. Sometimes little kids used to come, oh Imam, why are you going and leaving alone? Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Imam, whose age was 63 and he was thirsty. He was thirsty. We can't even bear for few minutes, for few hours our thirst. Allahu Akbar. And Imam was thirsty for days. Imam was thirsty, and Imam was in the battlefield, commanding and leading his companions and bringing back their bodies from battlefield. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. But don't think that Imam was a weak person. Imam is Imam. Imam is Imam. Who is this Imam? He is Hussain ibn Ali ibn Abi Talib. And when he went and entered into the battlefield, people were thinking in the army of Yazid that now Imam will have no energy to fight. Imam will surrender very soon, but they were being mistaken. He is no common person. He is Hussain, and he is a nephew. He is a grandson. He is a grandson of Holy Prophet. He is a son of Ali ibn Abi Talib. When Imam Hussain entered into the battlefield, he said, "Ana Ali ibn al-Hussain, Ali ibn al-Hussain ibn Abi Talib. I am the son of Ali and grandson of Abu Talib. Wallah, by God, I will save the religion of my grandfather. I will save till I have life in my body. I will save." Allahu Akbar. And people who have been army of enemy who have been taken by surprise. Allahu Akbar. Imam used to stand one place on the Tala Zainabiyah, and from there he used to attack and come back. And whenever he used to come back, he used to say, "La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah." There is no power and strength except from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He used to get that energy from Allah. He used to attack once at the right flank, and at the time on the left, the other time on the middle, and they were taken by surprise. Imam slaughtered like his father. He did in Jamal and in Nahrawan. Allahu Akbar. Imam Hussain showed that he is not a weak person. He is strong. Allahu Akbar. He is a son of Ali ibn Abi Talib. He is a son of Ali ibn Abi Talib. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. He slaughtered more than 1,200 people. 1,200 people has been mentioned on his first attack. On his first attack, when he attacked, Allahu Akbar, more than 1,200 people were being slaughtered. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. But Imam was also injured. Imam was also injured and feeling tired. But now maybe he knew that the time is approaching. The time is approaching. Allahu Akbar. He went back in his camp for the second farewell with the family members, and just advised Zainab to look after these orphans, look after these widows, look after these people who are away from their country, from their home. Zainab, look after these, my family, because Sajjad is apparently, Allahu Akbar, he is sick and bedridden. Hazrat Zainab said, "Oh brother, you are giving me a heavy responsibility. How I would be able to take care of all these orphan and ladies?" You know what Imam Hussain must have replied? He must have said, "Oh Zainab, you are not a common lady. You are a daughter of Ali ibn Abi Talib and Fatima Az-Zahra." You should carry on the flag of Abbas. You should carry on with the mission. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Oh Zainab, you should accomplish the mission. You should not surrender yourself. Be strong, be firm. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. With chastity, be firm. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Yes, this was the last funeral of Imam Hussain alayhi salam. Allahu Akbar. Mekhai gosh bedid sunna chahte ya akhir khuda hafizi kaisi huyi. Mekhai gosh bedid in vedai dawwa mein akhir shujur bol. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Agar dil dari Allahu Akbar. Geriye kuni harche mein koi geriye kuni ruze geriyad. Allahu Akbar. روز کربلا، روز عاشورا، امروز حسین کشته شده. الله اکبر. گریه करे. Whatever you like to cry because it's the time for second funeral of Imam Hussain alayhi salam. When he wanted to live, little children came around him and took him in their circle and said, "Oh Maula." Somebody said, "Oh Maula, oh, you are leaving us alone." Some children said, "Oh my uncle." And somebody said, "Oh Baba, oh my father, you are leaving. On whom we will depend?" Ladies came close to him and said, "Oh Maula Hussain, now who will take care of us?" Imam said, "There is Allah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will take care of you." Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. With all difficulties, while Imam Hussain was engaged with talking and conversation with his family member, Amr ibn Saad started to attack. And threw arrows. With those arrows, few ladies were being martyred and got shahada. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Imam came out from his tent and rode on his Zuljana, on his horse, back of his horse. You know what he said? He said something in the years of Zuljana. It's Abdul Razak Mukarram in his Maqtal, he writes that he said, "Oh my horse, this is the last time I am giving you this trouble. This will not last much more." Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. To گوش جوادش گفت ای جواد این بار آخری کہ به تو زحمت میدم. زلجنا کو کہا یہ آخری مرتبہ ہے کہ تجھے زحمت دے رہا ہوں، اب زحمت نہیں دوں گا. لیکن زلجنا آگے نہ بڑھا. امام نے کیا تھک گیا ہے زلجنا، کیا تھک گیا ہے. ارے زلجنا نے اپنی بے زبانی میں کہا زلجنا چلو نرا. جواد اشاره کرد که bir آقا پایین نگاه کنید. Allahu Akbar. That horse did not from there did not went forward. Allahu Akbar. He signaled that there is someone on the ground. Allahu Akbar. When Imam saw the Sakina has grabbed one of the leg of horse and saying, "Oh my horse, oh Zuljana, don't take my father in Karbala." Don't take my father in the battlefield. From morning I am watching that whosoever go into the battlefield do not come back alive. Ey Jawad Baba, Baba Mura Nabarid, Baba Mura, to Maidan Nabarid. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Imam Hussain climbed down from his horse. You know who is Sakina? You must have little kids and daughters. You know that, how sweet daughters are and how loving they are. Allahu Akbar. Especially when they are in their childhood. Allahu Akbar. They love their fathers a lot. And this in Sakina, this Ruqayyah, Allahu Akbar, used to sleep on the chest of his father. Allahu Akbar, used to sleep on the chest of her father. No night was been there when she not sleep on the chest of his father. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Imam climbed down from his horse, laid down on the burning and scorching sands of Karbala, and said, Ah, Sakina, this is the last time. Sleep on my chest, and after that don't cry to sleep on my chest, because you won't be able to find it. Because you won't be able to find it. And don't give challenge to your mother. Sleep beside your mother, because you won't find your father anymore. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Imam alayhi salam rode on the back of his horse and went into battlefield. Now this is his final call, his final attack. Allahu Akbar. He knew that. Allahu Akbar. That's why it's been said he used to see towards sky. Is there is any call is coming? Is there a voice from Allah is coming that when to come back, when to leave this battlefield? Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. This injured Imam, Allahu Akbar. He attacked again on army of Amr ibn Saad and killed more than 2,000 people. In some books it's written that Imam has killed more than 400 people altogether. And they were surprised that how Imam can do all these things. You know what happened? What happened? Imam was so injured. It's mentioned that he had more than 900 wounds on his body. More than 900 wounds. It's not 9 wounds. It's not 90 wounds. There are 900 wounds. We get a little cut. We say, oh, what happened? And my Imam was wounded. Allahu Akbar. There was a cut of sword, of dagger, of arrows. Allahu Akbar, of spears. Allahu Akbar. But Imam was there. Imam was standing there. He was Imam. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Maybe the time has come. Imam came and stood somewhere to have some rest. Allahu Akbar. That a person, a cursed person, a mal'oon, a person, یکی از mal'oon, سنگها بردار و پرتا کرد که به پیشانی حضرت ابا عبدالله خود एक mal'oon ने पत्थर उठाया अरे ज़हरा मर्जिया के लाल पर जो मारा, मेरे मौला की पेशानी पर लगा, खून का फव्वारा जारी हुआ। अल्लाहु अकबर, अल्लाहु अकबर, अल्लाहु अकबर। When his stone was been thrown, the blood started to come from his forehead just like a fountain. He took his blood, he took his blood in his palms and threw it towards the skies. Imam Jafar Sadiq said that even not a drop of a blood came down back. There have been two bloods were being sent to skies. Two skies, two blood. One was the blood of Ali Asghar, and second was the blood of his father, Imam Hussain. Allahu Akbar. A drop of a water, but blood did not came out, came down, and then again for the second time, Imam Hussain alayhi salam, Imam Hussain alayhi salam filled his blood with his in palm. Allahu Akbar, and put on his face and said, Oh Allah, oh Allah, oh Allah, be witness that this so-called Muslims has done with the grandson of your beloved Prophet. Allahu Akbar. Why? He was resting over there and doing his prayers. An arrow was been thrown. Arrow was being thrown by Hurmala took out the same arrow from which he has martyred the Ali Asghar, a arrow with three heads. Three heads. You know, there were been different types of arrows. There was an arrow used to go inside. You can bring it out from your front of your chest. You can bring it out from your body. But there have been arrows used to be made which cannot be bring out from the front. That special arrow of Hurmala, he threw it, and it all came to Imam Hussain alayhi salam and went into his heart. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. It was not possible for Imam to take out this arrow from the front of his chest. So he bent down and took out his arrow from the back of his chest. Allahu Akbar. Blood was flowing from his body. He was feeling weak. He heard a voice from sky. يا أيتها النفس المطمئنة ارجعي إلى ربك راضية مرضية. Oh my dear Hussein, come back to me, come back to me. You have fulfilled your responsibility. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. My Imam in occultation, my 12th Imam cries and ziyaratina says, my salam and salute to my uncle Hussain, my salam to Hussain, whose body was been mutilated. My salam to the Hussain who was killed thirsty. Allahu Akbar. Imam Hussain came down. Allahu Akbar. One of the riwayat has been said, Imam Zamana says, my salam on the body which was on the saddle, on the back of the horse, nor on the ground. It was on the arrows. So many arrows were being hit to Imam Hussain alayhi salam that even his body could not come down to the ground. Ya Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Imam, even in the last minutes was making dua and giving advices to his enemy. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. People came close to Imam Hussain alayhi salam, close to Imam Hussain alayhi salam. A group of cursed people came close to Imam Hussain alayhi salam. When they saw that now Imam cannot pick his sword, so what these people, cursed people, did, Allahu Akbar, some of them, they struck with their sword, and some with their daggers, some threw stones, some spears there, Allahu Akbar, the arrows into the body of Imam. Allahu Akbar. Amr ibn Saad said to Shimr said to Saad, Iqta kalam al-Hussain, Iqta kalam al-Hussain. Oh Shimr, end the life of Hussain alayhi salam, and the life of Hussain alayhi salam. Allahu Akbar. Imam was just lying on his back. Imam was lying on his back. Shimr came close to Imam Hussain alayhi salam and put his feet on his chest. Imam said, you know, I can't see you because blood is in my eyes. I can't see you who you are. Whosoever you are, this chest is the place where my grandfather had kissed me for several times. Allahu Akbar. Shimr put his dagger on the throat of Imam Hussain alayhi salam. Imam said, do you know my grandfather has kissed me several times on this throat. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Over there in the camp, there was a lady who was coming on Tila Zainabiyah and going back, Allahu Akbar. While Hussain was fighting, Zainab had that ray of hope. Allahu Akbar. A time came when Zainab could not see Imam Hussain. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Imam Hussain was lying on Karbala. Imam Zaman said, Salam to the Shaheed who was been cut off from his throat. Salam to the dried lips of Imam Hussain alayhi salam. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Aakhri waqt tha, mere Maula sajde mein the. In waqt aakhirish bud, in duai aakhir mein duni chi bude. Mudarrizan birazaik, tasliman li amrik. Oh my Allah, oh my Allah, I surrender to you. My pleasure is in your pleasure. My will is in your will. Allahu Akbar. Rizan bi rizaik, tasliman li amrik, la ma'buda siwak, ya ghiyat al-mustaghithin. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Shimr Ma'loon came close to Imam Hussain alayhi salam, took his dagger and separated and beheaded Imam Hussain from the back of his dagger. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. He beheaded the Hujjat Khuda. He beheaded the grandson of Prophet. He beheaded the coolness of eyes of Ali. He beheaded the part and beloved one of Zahra. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. You know what happened after Imam Hussain was beheaded? His Zuljana came close to him. Allahu Akbar. They started to grab the booty. Allahu Akbar. This Zuljana came close to Imam Hussain, came close to Imam Hussain, and came to his beheaded body, put some blood on his face, and went back to the camps of Imam Hussain. Az-Sahihatu Sahiha. Allahu Akbar. In his language, he came and cried over there. People asked Imam Sadiq what the Zuljana was telling to those people. They were saying, Allah Qutal al-Hussain bi-arz Karbala. Oh my dear people, be aware that Hussain has been slaughtered in Karbala. He has been butchered in Karbala. He has been shaheed in Karbala. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. All people, all ladies, they started to make wa Waila, wa Muhammada, wa Aliya, wa Fatima, wa Hasana. Ya Hussain, Ya Hussain, Ya Hussain, Ya Hussain, Ya Hussain. Allah wa lanatullah ala qawmi zalim bismillah sayyalim alladhina yadhlimuna ma'tam Hussain, Ya Hussain.